I was tired, so tired. I spent years on the dieting treadmill, up and down, up and down. I would lose weight, then gain it back, plus more. I hated my body. I tried every diet. Low carb, low fat, grapefruit diet, cabbage soup diet. Nothing worked. I was always hungry. I felt deprived. I was obsessed with food. I thought about it all the time. I felt like a failure. I thought something was wrong with me. Why couldn't I just lose the weight and keep it off? I was desperate. I didn't know what else to do. One day, I decided I couldn't do it anymore. The constant cycle of dieting and feeling like a failure had taken its toll on me. I was done with dieting. It wasn't working. Every new diet promised results, but none delivered lasting happiness or health. It was making me miserable. The endless restrictions and the guilt that followed every slip-up were unbearable. I knew I needed to find a different way, a way that honored my body and my mind, a way that was sustainable, something that I could maintain for the rest of my life without feeling deprived, a way that didn't involve deprivation and restriction. I wanted to enjoy food again, to savor every bite without guilt. I was scared to stop dieting. The fear of the unknown was overwhelming. What if I gained weight? What if I lost control and couldn't stop eating? What if I lost control? These thoughts haunted me, but I knew I couldn't continue living in fear. But I was even more scared of continuing down the same path, the path of constant dieting and self-loathing. I knew I had to make a change that would bring me peace and happiness. So I took a leap of faith. I decided to trust myself and my body. I decided to listen to my body, to understand its needs and respond with kindness. I decided to eat when I was hungry and stop when I was full, to enjoy food without fear. I decided to move my body in ways that felt good, to find joy in movement rather than seeing it as a punishment. I decided to be kind to myself, to treat myself with the love and respect I deserved. At first, it was hard. I didn't know where to begin. I was so used to ignoring my body's signals. The constant rush of daily life made it easy to overlook the subtle cues my body was giving me. I had to relearn how to eat. It wasn't just about choosing the right foods, but understanding why I was eating them. I had to pay attention to my hunger cues. Was I truly hungry, or was I eating out of habit or boredom? I had to learn to distinguish between physical hunger and emotional hunger. This meant being honest with myself about my feelings and not using food as a distraction. I had to learn to eat without guilt. It was a process. Each meal became an opportunity to practice self-compassion and mindfulness. But slowly, I started to tune in to my body. Meditation and mindful eating practices helped me become more aware of my body's needs. I started to trust myself around food. I realized that I could enjoy my meals without overindulging. I realized that my body was wise. It had been trying to communicate with me all along. It knew what it needed. I just had to learn to listen and respond appropriately. I just had to listen. Podcasts and guided meditations became tools to help me stay focused on my journey. I stopped eating when I was full. It felt liberating to honor my body's signals. Even if there was food left on my plate, I learned that it was okay to save it for later. I gave myself permission to eat what I wanted, without judgment, without guilt. And you know what? This freedom changed everything. I stopped craving the foods I used to binge on. My body naturally gravitated towards healthier options. I stopped feeling out of control around food. I found a balance that worked for me, and it felt amazing. Section 4. Finding joy in movement. I used to exercise to punish myself. I thought that pushing my body to its limits was the only way to achieve my goals. I would push myself hard, often to the point of exhaustion. I would feel guilty if I missed a workout. I hated it. The pressure was immense, and it took a toll on my mental health. But I thought it was what I had to do to lose weight. I was trapped in a cycle of negativity and self-criticism. Now, I move my body because it feels good. I have discovered the joy in movement. I go for walks in nature. The fresh air and the beauty of the surroundings uplift my spirit. I dance. I do yoga. These activities bring me peace and happiness. I don't exercise to lose weight anymore. I've let go of that pressure. I exercise because it makes me feel good. It reduces stress. It gives me energy. It's a form of self-care. It's no longer a chore. It's a gift I give to myself every day. I had to find what worked for me. It took time and patience, but it was worth it. I had to give myself permission to enjoy moving my body, to embrace the freedom and joy it brings. And that made all the difference. Now, every movement is a celebration of life and health. Section 5. A new relationship with food. I have a new relationship with food. It's no longer the enemy. It's not something I have to control. It's something I enjoy. I savor each bite. I appreciate the flavors. I eat mindfully. Food is fuel for my body. It's also a source of pleasure. I don't deprive myself. I don't binge. I eat what I want, when I want, without guilt. And you know what? My weight has stabilized. I'm no longer on the dieting roller coaster. I'm at peace with my body. I'm grateful for what it does for me. I'm no longer at war with food. I'm at peace. Section 6, Beyond the Scale. My worth is not determined by my weight. I am not a number on a scale. I am so much more than that. I am worthy of love and respect. No matter my size, I am enough, just as I am. I know now that dieting is not the answer. It's time to make peace with our bodies. It's time to listen to our inner wisdom. It's time to find freedom from the dieting trap. It's time to live our lives to the fullest.